Hey everyone, it's Professor Hall. This tutorial covers the announcement for the beginning of the Hero Archetype Essay module. Let's look at this announcement together. Okay, so as you go through the announcement, you can see that there are links to documents that are included in the course. Remember that as you go through the Hero Archetype Essay module, you're going to want to check your calendar and mark study dates so that it all doesn't come up at the same time. This particular essay is the large essay for the semester, and I've given this assignment before, and it is always apparent when students have spent time studying the course materials. Every aspect of this essay shows how much work you have put into studying the modules. So remember, it's one long document. You can click here and find another tutorial as well as an example of what one long document looks like. The complete outline should be 2 to 3 pages long. In the module, we're going to go there in a second, you'll see examples of the outline and details about exactly how you're to do that outline. You're going to keep track of your word count just like we did on this last classics essay, and make sure that you keep a running total of all the words you write. Your final essay, the final essay does not include the works cited, the rest of your notes do. That should be approximately 2,000 words. There's a really cool area about title pages. Sometimes we have trouble with title pages, and it's an unnecessary loss of points. When a good title page can actually increase your points because you've selected an image that represents the entire essay, and that is qualitative analysis. That's a big deal in critical thinking, so we want to spend time on this title page. Simply click there and it will take you to all the information about what is and is not acceptable for a title page. And we also want to make sure that all of the sources that you use in a paper are documented. If you're using ideas from a source, then in the essay you can write something like, according to scientists at Harvard, and that way you mention the fact, and that way you are protected from plagiarism because you mentioned the actual site. Sometimes you use a direct quote from the site, and in that case you will cite that quote. And here is that PDF. You can also find that in the module. We'll go there in a second. Make sure everything is in MLA format for your works cited page. Here's a link to that tutorial. And when you've studied all of this announcement, to make sure that we give credit to you for studying the course, we want to make sure that we reply below this message and indicate that you understood and read the announcement. That way we can make sure you're credited with those study time. Let's look at the module now. This is the module section on the left menu bar. So here we are over at the modules, and we scroll down and we see that in the study documents module, there is the information about how to cite sources, so you can access that through the module as well. Now we roll down here to Hero Archetypes. This will be the big project that you're working on going forward. And of course we have some modules in between, but just to make sure that we understand this, because you should be working on this throughout this time period. Here are all the modules for you to study in there. Now, prior to the Hero Archetypes essay, of course, we have the film study unit, which is lots of fun, and the instructions are located in the module. We have the poetry unit, and make sure that we've read all these things and listened to these beautiful readings of poetry. And of course you will always Remember to check the announcement boards and to check your modules for the due dates for essays. One of the things we want to improve upon is time spent in the course studying, as well as getting things turned in on time, and making sure that word count is included in all of the documents that you submit. Remember, that word count is for you. It's not for me. It's to show that you have written the required number of words throughout the semester, which we will make sure happens. All right, that concludes this tutorial on upcoming weeks in the Hero Archetype essay.